Assalamu alaikum everybody. Our lesson today is talking about classifying triangles, or exactly types of triangles, how to classify triangles easily. Okay, let's see. Firstly, guys, I want to classify the triangles easily. I want to classify the triangles according, firstly, their sides, and secondly, according to the measure of the angles, or according to both of them, which types of triangles based on the length of the sides, or types of the triangle based on the measure of the angles, or types of triangles based on the angles and the sides. Okay, after see classifying triangles by their sides or according to their sides, there are three kinds. There are three types of, of triangles according their sides. The first triangle is called equilateral triangle. The second triangle is called isosceles triangle. The third triangle is called scalene triangle. What about equilateral triangle, guys? I want you to get to put in your mind that the word equi comes from equals. Of course, for the equilateral triangle, all of the sides of that triangle are same or have the same length, exactly like the shown on here. So if all of the sides are same, if all of the sides have the same length, so this triangle is going to be named as an equilateral triangle. So again, what is the equilateral triangle, guys? You have to know that the equilateral triangle, yes, all of the sides of that triangle are same or they have the same length. The second one, isosceles triangle. What about isosceles triangle, guys? Yes, only there are two sides are same. So for the isosceles triangle, guys, at least two sides have the same length. Yes. So for the isosceles triangle, if there are two sides are same or have the same length, so that triangle is going to be named as isosceles triangle, like the shown on here. Do you see that one? Only two sides here are same, but the other one is different. So if there are two sides here are same like that one, this triangle is going to be named as isosceles triangle. So I want you to put in your mind something here. The equilateral triangle can be named as isosceles triangle? Yes, of course. He said here for isosceles triangle at least two sides have the same length. So they can be three sides have the same length. It's going to be named as isosceles. Exactly. So I can say the equilateral triangle which all the sides of it are same. This triangle which is equilateral can be also isosceles triangle. What about the scalene triangle, guys? The scalene triangle, no sides are same. All of the sides are different. All of the sides are different in length. So this triangle is going to be named as scalene triangle like the shown one here. Do you see here? All of the sides are not same. All of the sides are not equal in length. Okay? Okay, guys. Classifying triangles now by their angles. Also, guys, there is another classification, as I said to you, according to the angles of the triangle. Okay, so the first one, also here there are three types of triangles. The first one is called acute triangle. The second one is called right triangle. The third one is called obtuse triangle. So firstly, for the acute triangle, guys, I want you to know if there are three acute angles in the triangle, so that triangle is going to be named as acute triangle. So the acute triangles have three acute angles. So how do you name the triangle, or when can you name the triangle as an acute triangle? If all of the angles of that triangle are acute, so that triangle is going to be named as an acute triangle, like the shown one here. Look at all of those angles, of course, are acute angles, so that triangle is going to be named as an acute angle, an acute triangle. For the second one, which is right triangle, guys, only there is one right angle in that triangle, which is like that one. So if there is only one right angle in any triangle, that triangle is going to be named as a right triangle. So right triangles have one right angle only. There is no more than right angle in one triangle. Okay? What about obtuse triangle? Also, there is one obtuse angle in the obtuse triangles, like the shown one here. What about the other? What about the other angle? What about the other angles in the obtuse triangle, guys? In the other angles in the obtuse triangle, of course, are acute angles because they are so small like that. So in the obtuse triangle, there is only one obtuse angle, but the other angles are acute. So if there is an angle 120 and the other angles 50 and 10, So 120, which is going to be obtuse angle, and the other angles which are 50 and 10, those of course are acute angles. So this triangle is going to be named as an obtuse triangle. What about the right triangle, guys? As I said to you, only there is one right angle, and the other angles also are acute angles exactly. Okay, so that's the other classification, guys. Now let's according to those classifications. If you said here classify, or firstly let's revise what did we take before. By their sides, the first classification by their sides, the first classifications of the triangles by their sides, the first one which is called isosceles triangle if there are two sides are same, like the shown one here. Scalene triangle, of course all of the sides are different, they don't have the same length. Equilateral triangle if all of the sides are same, like the shown one here. The other classification which, yes, exactly, by their angles. The first one is called obtuse triangle, which has one obtuse angle only, and the other angles are acute. For the acute triangle, all of the angles, which are the three angles here, are acute. And for the right angle triangle, yes, exactly, for the right angled triangle, only has one right angle, and the other angles are acute. Some questions according to what do we take now? What kind of triangle is this? Of course, it is so clear. It has one angle like the square corner. So it's going to be named as, yes, exactly, as, yes, a right angle triangle, because it has one right angle here. And what about the sides here, guys? Of course, you can see that all of those sides are different. So there are two names for that triangle, one according to their sides and one according to their angles. So according to their sides exactly will be scalene triangle, because all of the sides are different, not same, and by its angles, because there is one right angle here, so it's gonna be right angle triangle. Yes, or we can name it as right triangle. The questions in the book. Sally classified the triangle as an obtuse acute triangle. Is it possible classification? No, of course no. So as I said to you before, that the acute angle has three acute angles, and the obtuse angle has one obtuse angle and two acute angles. So of course, guys, I cannot say that the triangle has obtuse angle and two acute angles and has another three acute angles. I can say like that. So the triangle cannot have three acute angles and one obtuse. Okay, only one obtuse and two acute angles, which is going to be the obtuse triangle. So of course it cannot be like that, guys. Question 2, can a triangle have more than one right angle? Of course, also has the same idea of question number 1. If you can draw, let's draw, but of course guys cannot be. So for the right triangle only has one right angle, but the other angles are acute angles. So there is no triangle has more than one right angle. Of course guys cannot be. So the triangle has only one right angle. If you said yes, try to draw a right triangle with two right angles. If you drew that, just yes, take a picture for what did you draw and send it to me in comments, or send it to me in WhatsApp. Question 3. He said for question 3 to 6, classify each triangle by its sides and its angles. The first one is so clear. Okay, this one there are two sides are same, so it's gonna be isosceles triangle, and all of the angles here are acute, so this one is gonna be acute triangle. The fourth, question 4, of course, all of the sides here are same, so it's going to be equilateral, and all of the angles here are acute, so it's going to be acute triangle. Question 5, because there is one right angle here, but all of the sides are not same or different, so it's going to be scalene triangle and right triangle, because there is one right angle here. For that one, there is an obtuse angle here, which is so clear here, and the other sides are different, so this one is going to be scalene, and it's going to be obtuse because there is one obtuse angle here. Okay. Classify each triangle by its sides and angles. The first one is going to be, of course, right and scalene. Yes, scalene and right. Question 8 will be scalene and obtuse. This will be isosceles and right. Question 10 will be isosceles and acute. Question 11 will be equilateral and acute. Question 12 will be isosceles and obtuse. Question 13 will be, of course, isosceles and right. Question 14 will be, yes, it will be scalene and right, of course. Question 15, there are two sides are same, so it will be exactly isosceles and, yes, and obtuse, because the upper angle here is going to be obtuse angle. And that's our lesson today, and thank you so much.